It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Tony Pollard. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's gonna be a good one, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, kid. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. In this game, it's about emphasizing those strengths, hiding those weaknesses, and playing some winning football.
To return this, Marcus Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, the third overall pick in this year's draft. After a decorated career at UNC, it's Drake May.
What a wild draft it was back in April. 6 quarterbacks in the top 12, and Drake May, he was number 3 on that list. He was number 3 because this guy's got some tools now. He's big, he's athletic, he's got a brilliant arm, and he's got quite an opportunity with the first-time head coach here in New England.
Going deep right away! And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, it's May. Finds a man right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To the air on first down, May has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Putting a receiver in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And it's picked up by the defense. They have gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And leading them out is their second-year quarterback from Kentucky. He earned several starts as a rookie. It's Will Levis.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Still has some space inside the 35. Gets it to the 15. And that is a touchdown. These guys don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Here's May. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Begins his return at the 16. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. The home team sent Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, a run with Pollard. Still going past the 15. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score is getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Right back to Pollard. Juke the defender. Along this sideline inside the 25. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! These guys grow their lead just before halftime. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Well, next to kickers, some of our most prolific scorers in league history have been running backs, Brock, and he now tops them all. Most touchdowns in a single season.
Yeah, pretty incredible, Kate. You've got to do it with your legs. You got to do it with your hands. It's why, well, when you're a little kid, right, and you're playing on the school ground, you figure it out pretty quickly. That dude's elite. That guy can run and score. He's a difference maker, and this guy certainly is.
That one right down the middle. And these guys double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Jones. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, With plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Made a throw it. Escapes out to... Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. He fields this at the 18. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the ground game here. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Spears a first down and more. He's at midfield. The 30. Gets the 10. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. Gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
So in a very quick-moving contest, we've reached halftime. As we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach, take it away.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. Alec Pierce, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The rookie Jaden Daniels taking number 2 overall with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Has this at the 6. And they won't really have any field position to speak of. Big mistake as he's out of bounds at his own 2. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. First and 10, it's Pollard. Escapes a defender. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that gives them the first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Partner, let's just take a moment to think about all the players who've come and gone through this league, the great runners, receivers, and return men among them. This guy is now the one who holds the record for all-purpose yards in a single season.
And the one thing he has in common with all those guys you mentioned, Kate, in the top spot before him, well, they got the job done over and over again. Whenever they were asked, whenever their number was called, they produced. And this is, wow, this is historic, and I love watching every minute of it.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. He's contained at the line for no gain. Kyle Duggar holding him down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Spears a 1st down and more. Spinning his way to the end zone. Touchdown! These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys grow their lead yet again. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Jones. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Scooped up by the defense. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? Usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys continue piling on to this lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
May on 1st and 10. Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play. That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And this one does not go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Taken at the 2. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
49, right 49.
Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. Spins out of one stop. Has room down the left sideline. Hits the 20. The 10. He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys are running them out of the building. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. His 5th total score of this ball game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Folk with a point after. And his guys tack on 7 more to their lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And you tell us this all the time, Brock. Touchdowns aren't the only stats that make a quarterback, right? Yep, he's nodding right now. But the absence of any from his ledger, well, that's problematic. And his struggles are indicative of the challenge that this offense as a group has really been fighting all game long. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Massive hit, the ball is out! But I think a Patriot got on top of that, so they will keep possession. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. 1st down throw for May. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Recovered by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. makes a cut. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. These guys continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys continue adding on to that lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Patriots running their offense out there. And as we're being reminded of watching this package, there have been quite a few mad scrambles for the football in this one. It has been put on the deck a lot, and unfortunately, they haven't always been there to make the recovery.
Yeah, I think this is twofold, Kate. I think, number one, this is a defense who has studied its opponent and their tendencies well, knowing there were opportunities to rip the ball out of their hands. And then offensively, this has been a mess. And this is one of those games where it's just error after error after error.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Amani Hooker has it. Jukes one defender, and a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Looks like they want to squeeze every point they can out of this game. Field goal team is out there. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Gano is good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Jones. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Quandre Diggs with the INT. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. A nice showing here from our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.